Hello, everybody, and welcome back to, welcome back to the server closing down, and thus my games. Wow, what a perfect way to start the stream. But hi, everybody, welcome back to some FTB Beyond. So, between sessions, for those who are watching, I should clarify, right? So for those who are watching on YouTube, this will be going up on YouTube. Hi, if you're watching on YouTube. This is currently being live streamed over on Twitch. If you want to watch the full uncut version, you can watch it there. If you are watching live on Twitch right now, I'm probably going to interact a little bit less than maybe I normally would on a stream-only stream, if that makes sense, because I'm also going to be putting this up on YouTube, and so I do want it to be kind of a bit more like a recording than a stream, but I will still take suggestions from chat, I'll still read chat, and I'll still talk to chat and about chat and stuff like that as we go forward here. So it's going to be a bit of a merger between the normal recording style and a normal Twitch stream, but we're back, and last episode we were working on setting up this thing over here, the blood altar from Blood Magic. We set up a tier 3 altar, we also set up this incense altar and surrounded it with the first and second tier of brick path, I guess, or just of path, because this one's a wooden path and this one's a brick path. And between episodes, I replaced the flowing water here with netherrack, because netherrack works just as well. Actually, I think netherrack's a little bit better, and I think it would work even better if we put down fire on here as well. But as we learned last time, we're not actually going to get any benefit to our incense altar unless we go even further out with the obsidian path and get to the tier 3. And so we're not going to work on this today. That's just a quick recap of what happened in the last episode. What we're going to work on today is a couple of things. First of all, I would like to automate the ritual that we have down here. We set up the whole blood magic stuff and all the ritual so that we finally have an automated way of feeding ourselves. Because me and Nick, if you've watched any of the stuff that Nick and I do, we are terrible when it comes to eating. We always forget to eat. We always wander around with like half a chicken leg worth of health, and our hearts are like at one heart, just the bare minimum that you can survive on. And so what I've done is I've set up this ritual here, which will automatically feed us all of the food that we need. And in here right now, I've gone and I've got a couple of blueberry juices. We do have some more in my inventory. Every so often, I head up and harvest a couple of the blueberries that we have out here in our nearby blueberry bush. And what I would like to do today is I would like to take a few of these blueberry bushes with me, and I would like to automate their harvesting. Now, we can't really automate the growth too much. I think they're going to have to just grow at whatever normal rate they grow. But we're going to take a few of these. They do shrink a little bit when you take them, but you can always bone meal them back up to their normal size. And people in chat are already throwing the nom-noms down there. See, the fact that exists, the fact that people in chat know to throw down nom-noms just proves how bad I am when it comes to food. So I do want to automate this at some point. I want to put down these blueberry bushes and kind of automate the process of harvesting the blueberries, then crafting them into juice, and then putting that juice into the chest. But before we do that, I want to start preparing for something that I want to work on later in today's episode, and that is these two massive gaps here. Now, some of you probably already know what these are for. Some of you might not. These are for water wheels from Immersive Engineering. I want to put 2 of them in right about here. Not too sure how it's going to look. I don't know if it's going to look good or if it's going to look kind of bad in this room. But I want to put in 2 water wheels, one on either side with some water flowing over it, just to produce a little bit more power. As you'll know, if you've been watching on YouTube so far, the solar panel that we have upstairs is not necessarily providing all the power that we need. And you'll notice that right now, it's night. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner, it tells you that it's night. And so we don't have an AE system. The power to the AE system is just not working. And so we do need to sleep in order to get our stuff back online. And I don't really want to have to do that. I would rather have an excess amount of power that we can then use to get us through the evening when the solar panel is not working. And so we're going to work on that. And I also, at some point, maybe today, maybe not, want to work on upgrading our woot spawner over here, because I want to start spawning Enderman in our woot spawner, because I've got a couple of plans for the next recording session where I want to start working with dimensional transceivers, the kind of tesseracts that are from Ender.io. And for those, we are going to need quite a few Ender Pearls, and also for some of the stuff that I want to work on, we're going to need quite a few Ender Pearls as well. And so I want to upgrade this, but to do that, we are going to have to do a little bit of mob grinding. We need blaze powder for the orange squares, and then we need Ender Pearls as well for the green squares, and we're going to need quite a few of them to set this up. And so if we do get around to that, we'll do that a little bit later on down the line. Now, first things first, I would like to work on the water wheel. Now, to get the water wheels up and running, we're going to need treated wood. And to get treated wood, we need creosote oil. Now, to make creosote oil, we need a coke oven, and the reason why I'm making this first is because the coke oven is incredibly slow. It is excruciatingly slow. But thankfully, it's fairly easy to make. We need 4 clay, 4 brick, and 1 sandstone will get us 2 coke brick. The coke oven is a 3x3x3 multi-block, and you do have to fill in the middle block, I believe. And so I think we need 14 of these, I believe. 14 sets of the 2. I did go and get some more clay between episodes, and I also smelted up a stack of that clay into brick. And so we should fairly easily here be able to craft up the sand into some sandstone, like so. And once we've got 14 of that, we can craft that all up together with the coke brick to get ourselves a bunch of coke brick for the coke oven. And I thought about this, like, between episodes. I thought long and hard about where I was going to put this coke oven, because we've kind of filled up this central room here. Like, all the walls are full of stuff, but the coke oven doesn't really fit in any of the other rooms. And so I think what I'm going to have to do for the time being is, like, put it in the wall over here, which is not going to look fantastic. I'm not going to lie. It's going to look probably kind of bad for the time being, but it's going to have to do. I might move it at some point in the near future, but for the time being, we're going to dig out a 3x3 hole, like so, and we're just going to throw down all of the coke brick, like this. Do we have a wand yet? Do we have a builder's wand of any kind? Let me quickly check here. Wand. We do not. Let me quickly craft up a builder's wand, because I think this will probably come in useful. We might as well... no, we won't go diamond. We'll stick with iron for the time being, because that's not what I want to do. But an extra chisel never hurt, does it? Let me try that again with an iron one. This will hopefully make it just a little bit easier to throw all of this down. Really? You're not gonna let me? You're not gonna let me do that? That's not something... Oh, what the heck? Really? Okay. Fine. We'll spend the 3 microseconds it takes to throw all those bricks down. And there we go. We have the 3x3x3 coke oven. And now all we have to do to actually create the coke oven is get the engineering hammer from Immersive Engineering, which is this guy over here. Craft that up. And boom, we are ready to go. All you have to do now, right-click in the center, and we have ourselves a coke oven. Nice. Now, we do not want these wires here to connect. I don't think that it's going to matter too much. I don't think, like, the oil that's not being pumped through here, we're not really using this too much. We should probably start using this, or maybe just move it at some point if we're not using it. We should, you know what? Real quick here. I'm complaining about power, but I'm not utilizing the canola seeds that we have right here above our base. You know what? Let me very quickly harvest all of this perfectly fine canola and quickly stick it into the canola press so we can start to get that extra 100 redstone flux per tick from the oil generator over here to kind of get us through whilst we wait for the water wheels as well. So I'll throw all of you in there. We got a couple of extra, but that's fine. So you can go in there. You can go in there. This thing is now ready. And for those who don't know how the coke oven works, it is super easy. All you got to do is throw coal into it, and it will very, very, very slowly turn that coke into coal coke. It will be the first product that you'll get in this slot here, but you will also get, I think it's 500 millibuckets of creosote oil for every piece of coal. Let me quickly check that. Is that not how you spell creosote? Let me type in oil here real quick. Where is my creosote oil? It is here. Creosote oil is made in the coke oven. 1 piece of coal gets you, 500 millibuckets of creosote oil. And so, with all of this, I think the tank, can hold 12,000 millibuckets. And so we're going to use 24 coal and turn that into 2020. No, we're going to turn that into 12 buckets worth of creosote oil. And now, while that's doing that over there, we're going to work on automating the process of getting our blueberry juice downstairs. Somebody in chat says, Isaac, make the glacial precipitator to produce ice and put that in the forestry generator? Or frosty generator? Frosty. Oh, there's a frosty generator. How does this work then? Is it as simple as the glacial precipitator turns water into ice and then the ice goes in the frosty generator to produce power? Let me detour a little bit here, you know? This is the fun thing about streams. People tell me about things that I would not normally have looked into otherwise. So I'm going to very quickly here whip up one of these frosty generators, and I'm going to see if it doesn't work how I think it works. So we'll get a chest. Hopefully a dark oak chest will be fine. I think it will. We'll craft up, let me try, wait, did I do that wrong? You, dark oak chest in the middle. It doesn't work. Really? Excuse me? Okay, we've got some normal log, that's fine. We should really also set up a tree farm at some point. We haven't set up a tree farm yet in this series, which is kind of hurting us a little bit in the wood department. But let's quickly try this one more time. There we go. Thankfully, we get 4 of those. And so if we want to make more, it's not going to be too hard And then if we don't have any snowballs, but that's fine. We can make those fairly easily. Make the glacial precipitator first to get the ice. That is a good idea. We're also going to need it for the snowballs as well. Thankfully, the glacial precipitator is a thermal expansion machine that's fairly easy to make. What are we missing here? Glass? Yeah, we're missing glass. So we'll throw some sand into our alloy smelter. We should really look, once we get more power, into upgrading the alloy smelter with some capacitor banks. But for the time being, it's working just fine. Pistons, I think we actually have a spare piston already from a previous episode. We don't, but I thought we did. Copper gears, super duper easy stuff. Just some iron and some copper. And then, do we have any invar? We do indeed. Good stuff, good stuff. Coil, done, and kapow. Nope. Machine frame, missing the glass, which is very, very almost done. Nice. Okay. So we'll take that. We'll throw that in like so. Get ourselves a machine frame, and then we can throw that all together into the glacial precipitator. Nice. So, questions. Where do I want to throw this down? I think... Oh, wow. Someone's giving me... some Enderios. Is this Dobby Tookie? Yes, so we are playing on the Patreon server, for those who don't know. And I've been given some Enderios, which are a type of food. But Dobby Tookie also gave me a this guy here, the barrel upgrade from Yabba, which I was not familiar with, but apparently there is an infinite capacity upgrade, which is made by crafting together a normal barrel upgrade and a nether star. Now, normally I don't accept gifts on the server. I try and ask people to not give me stuff. Not give me too much stuff, I should say, because I do still want it to be a challenge and I do still want to get stuff on my own. But you know what? A barrel upgrade, just to make sure that we can, like, hold infinite amounts of obsidian. I'm down with that. Look at that now. We can hold, what is that, 2 billion obsidian? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being able to hold 2 billion. That's fine. Okay, let me come back over here real quick. We need to throw down our glacial precipitator. So I think what I will... You know, I'll put it there for now. I'll put it there. We should have some more of these energy laser relays. We do. Plonk that down like so. Connect that up with the laser wrench. And, ooh, we're going to have to... We do need to connect it up to... We don't have to connect it up to this aqueous accumulator, but it would make life significantly easier. You know what? Hold on. Bear with me, chat. This is going to look a little bit messy. It's going to look a little bit horrible. But for now, I'm going to put this like right... Can I put it right there? I think... Oh, I'm going to put it like right there. That'll do. Okay, so that's going to fill up with water. We do need to connect it to power again, so let me throw down the laser really like so. I'm fairly certain the laser will go through the block here. It will indeed. And so now, if we set the bottom here to input, which is blue... Oh, no, it's not the bottom. It's the back. Sorry, to blue, which is input. That's going to fill it with water, and that's going to start producing these snowballs. And now that we have the snowballs, let me quickly change that to ice, because we do need one block of ice as well. And once that's done, we should now be able to produce this frosty generator. So, frosty generator. Let me see about crafting you. Now, I'm assuming, based on all of the other extra utilities generators, that this is going to produce 40 redstone flux per tick? Does it not tell me? Really? It would appear that it produces 40 redstone flux per tick. So, this does work. I like this a lot, actually. It's very easy. Like, it's very easy. It's turning water into power. Oh, okay, I see. So, ice lasts for 20 seconds. It produces 40 redstone flux per tick. So, 16,000 redstone flux per tick in total. Okay. I would like to make, then, a couple more of these frosty generators. But the question is, where would I put them? And how would this work? I think... what would probably work best, at least for the time being, whilst I'm trying to figure out... Oh gosh, bit of server lag there. At least while I'm trying to figure out where I want everything to go, because I'm not the best when it comes to interior design, and a lot of the stuff that I do decide tends to happen after a lot of thinking and a lot of trial and error. And so what I'll probably do is between sessions, I'll try and move these around and see where they look good. But I think for the time being, I'm just going to hide them behind in this wall. I'm just going to kind of like tuck them away nicely back here and have them just passively produce power for me. Okay, let me throw down the ice frosty generator right about there. And then I guess for the time being, do we want to use transfer nodes maybe? Transfer nodes would work, but they don't do like distribution very well. Although, is there a round robin upgrade? There is not. Okay, I guess in that case then, the better idea here would be to craft up some item conduits from Ender.io and then use those item conduits because I'm fairly certain that these work with the round robin. Like, they have a round robin option, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Really, are we out of sand? We are indeed out of sand. All right, let me quickly go and grab some sand, guys, and then I'll be back. We'll craft up. I'll go away. I'll craft up some more of these frosty generators. I'll get some more sand, and I'll craft up the item conduits. I'll be back when we connect all this stuff up. Let me see. Do we have what it takes for the item conduits? We do not. But do we have one of these? No. Okay. Is this an ender pearl and iron? It is indeed. All right. Ender pearl. We got 3, but we are going to start using those pretty quickly. I've got big plans for all of my ender pearls. But for now, grab our iron ingot. We'll throw that into here. I guess we've got this, we'll set that to alloy mode real quick, all smelting, you and you. While we're waiting for that to smelt up, I might as well put these Enderios down inside of my, whatchamacallit, because we're never going to use these. We're going to get fed constantly from this chest here. It's going to keep feeding us, so we're never going to be in need of actual food. So let me see here. Is this anywhere near done? It is. There we go. All right, let's craft that up into some nuggets. Let's use those nuggets to make ourselves some conduits. And so now what we should be able to do is connect all of these up like so. And I think, if I am not mistaken, that the item conduits from Ender.io, I think they have a round robin item mode. Correct or incorrect? Let's see here. So we'll disconnect that. We want to make sure that's set to disabled. This one wants to be set to extract with active without redstone signal. And then all of these want to be set to insert, because that's where we're going to put all of our ice like so. Does this have a round robin mode? It does. Round robin mode enabled. Basically, all that means is going to put 1 in each frosty generator at a time. It's not going to put all the ice in this one and then start working on this one. It's going to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. It's going to rotate through all of them. At least I think it will. And so I want to set the top there to output. Get rid of this. We don't want, I guess snow in there works, but it only produces 5 redstone flux per tick, which is not quite as good. Instead, I would like the ice to go in there. We do have a little bit of excess ice. Oh, and it can't get out of here. Hold on. We do have a little bit of excess ice over in our crafting terminal here. So let me grab all of that just to kind of kickstart the system a little bit. Now, how do I want to connect these up to... Oh, it's already going. Look at this. I love it. How do I want to connect this all up to our power system? Because we could throw down... you know what? Yeah, that probably makes sense. I was going to say we could just throw down 4 of these, and I think, in all honesty, we've already got 3 of them. It's probably just going to be easier to do that if we just go 1, 2, 3, connect all of these up like so. Kapow, kapow, and I won't connect that one up just yet. We'll make 1 more and then connect that up, because then we can connect it up through the wall. One thing that I do really like about these is they run through walls. Like you can see over here, this top one goes through the wall and to that capacitor bank that's connected up top. And we don't have to have some crazy wiring system or some crazy covers to cover all that stuff up. But it does mean that we're going to have to craft up 1 more of these energy laser relays. Thankfully, we've already got all the stuff we need. We're just missing a little bit of redstone. And so, if we do something like this, we can connect you to you, and then you to you. Nice. Okay, so let me fill this back up like so. That should now all be running through here. I can't actually remember what the limit is for these. Does it tell me in the guide real quick? Because I know there is a limit to how much these can transfer, but I'm not quite sure on how much that limit is, because there are different tiers of them. You can see they've got the advanced energy laser relay and then the extreme energy laser relay. And, the caps are in order, 1,000, 10,000, and 100,000. So we're not yet at the cap. This one over here has got, it's producing about 640 redstone flux per tick. And all of our generators down there are producing a further 160 redstone flux per tick. And so we're not producing more than 1,000 just yet. I have made a grave mistake, and my grave mistake is that currently there is no power going to our glacial precipitator, which is a problem. But somebody in the Twitch chat has very graciously pointed out, with all of the lag on the server here, that we can put down 1 of these frosty generators right next to the glacial precipitator here to actually continue to give it power consistently. And so if we do this like so, and we set the back there, actually no, that's fine. We do that, and then we do this and this, and we set that to disabled, and we set this to insert like so. It's going to look a little weird because you can see through this barrel a little bit, and so you're going to be able to see this back area here, but this generator should continue to power the glacial precipitator. Let me quickly make sure that there is some ice in there for it to work, but this thing only uses 20 redstone flux per tick, and so this glacial precipitator is going to make sure that this frosty generator is going to make sure that the glacial precipitator continues to work 24/7, which is good, and then we can just reconnect this up to here, and we are good to go. I like it. Okay, throw that in. So, now that that is taken care of, now that we've done all of that stuff, what I wanted to work on in today's episode was automating the process of creating blueberry juice, because we've got all of these blueberry bushes here, and we've got a way to automatically feed ourselves with the blueberry juice. And so, my plan here is to use the manual users from Extra Utilities, these guys over here, which kind of work, that's not how you spell them, are they called mechanical users? They are indeed. The mechanical users, which kind of work like the autonomous activators from the old thermal expansion. Now, autonomous activators haven't made their way over into 1.10, so we don't have those, but we do have these mechanical users, which work in a very similar way and are actually very cheap to make. It's one lever, one dropper, which is just some stone and some redstone, as well as one of these resonating redstone crystals. These are made with 3 redstone and 1 ender shard, which is made with an ender pearl and a glass cutter. You get 8 of those ender shards, and so we can make quite a few of these mechanical users with the, I think, 3 or 2 now ender pearls that we have. Yeah, 2 ender pearls. So, first things first, let me make some more sticks, because we are running surprisingly low on those. I'll craft up just a bunch of those like so, and then we can use those to make ourselves the cutter. Once we have the cutter, we can craft that up with one of our 2. Oh, I don't want to make 2 of those. Did I craft that? Let me try that again with our ender pearl. Kapow. Craft that up. And then now we should be able to craft that with our redstone, like so, to get a couple of... Oh no, hold on. We can craft that like so, with 4 redstone and 1 of those ender shards, like so. That's going to get us the crystals. We'll make a few of these. For now, I think we'll make 8. Yeah, we'll craft all of these up, and then we'll craft all of those into the mechanical users here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Droppers are so easy to make. I love it. And then levers as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also super duper easy to make. And once the server catches up with us, we can go ahead and craft all those up into mechanical users. Thankfully, the mechanical users don't require any grid power. It does say at the bottom there, grid power 0 out of 0. But I'm fairly certain the grid power is not required. So, what my plan is, at least for the time being, is to put down these guys right in the floor around the inside of this ritual. Now, in the future, we might make some... I'm going to have to test this, really, because I don't know how quickly these blueberry bushes are going to grow and how often we're going to get blueberry juice. If we end up in a place where we're getting hungry, like where the ritual just doesn't have any blueberry juice and the blueberries aren't being grown fast enough, then we might have to make more of these mechanical users and put them kind of further around the base. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plonk these down like so, all around like this. We're going to get some bone meal, grow these up. Before we do, though, we want to make sure that we right-click on the mechanical user, set it to activate block with item, and we do want it set to right-click. That is going to allow it to harvest the blueberries that are on there. Let me quickly see if I can't demonstrate that with a little bit of bone meal here. So we do that, we should, that's not what we want to do. This could become a problem for us, because I think this will happen. Like the blueberry bushes will grow to the point where they have a second layer to them, like this, on their own, which might cause an issue, but it might not. We'll see. I'm going to leave that there for now. I'm fairly certain that I want to set all of these to activate block with item. I think that's right. Okay, so we'll craft all those up like so. Gaming on Caffeine, you can use the crafter plus the item collector for it. That is the plan. I plan to use a tier 1 crafter from RF Tools, and my plan is also to get a... Oh yeah, it worked. There we go, it worked. My plan is also to get the vacuum chest from Ender.io to collect all this stuff up. Do we have any other kind of item collector? We've got the range collector from Actual Editions, which probably works in a similar way. But for now, we're going to put that stuff there, and that should be fine. Put something on top of it so you don't grow more. That is a plan, but my plan here is to put down a vacuum chest on top of the dark chest here, so that all of the berries that are like right when the mechanical user right clicks on the berry bush is going to then send out a blueberry. The blueberry is going to kind of fly out into the room, and I don't know if that's going to work as well if there's something on top of these berries. We'll have to see. I'll have to do some testing at some point and see if they do still kind of throw it out and the vacuum hopper or the vacuum chest is still able to collect the stuff. Thankfully, the vacuum chest is super easy to make in this mod pack. It's a chest with some iron and then a pulsating crystal, which is a diamond, and then a bunch of those iron nuggets. We don't quite have enough of those, and so we are going to have to use our final ender pearl here, as well as one iron ingot, throw those into the alloy smelter, and that should grab us the remaining pulsating iron that we need. But let me get all of the, what's it called? Let me get the pulsating iron out of the alloy smelter here. We can craft that back up into nugget form. Do not want to smelt up wood. Give me my wood back, please. Did that take some? It did. What am I? What does that even make? I have no idea. All right, pulsating iron is done. Vacuum chest is also not done. Is also done. Nice. All right, so we'll take that, and then we'll also grab our... Oh, of course, it's charcoal. Come on, Isaac. How long... How long have you been playing this game now? Flipping heck. We're going to throw down our vacuum chest right about there. So now any blueberries that grow here should get sucked up and put into the vacuum chest. Somebody in the Twitch chat did suggest putting fence posts down on top of the blueberry bushes there to make sure that they don't grow any taller. Now, how do you make fences in this pack? Is the recipe for fences always changing, or is it me? Am I just losing it a little bit? Because I'm fairly certain the recipe for fences used to be 6 sticks, but in some packs it's not. In some packs the recipe for fences is sticks and wood. So I have no idea these days. You know, I have absolutely no idea what the recipe is. Let me quickly grab a couple more of those. Now that we've got fences down all around this thing, we've also got our chest, which we now can't open, but that's fine. We've got a vacuum chest, which should suck up all of the stuff. For example, if a blueberry flies all the way out over there, it should get sucked up into the vacuum chest like so. And so now all we need to do is actually craft up something that can craft the juicer with the blueberries to make blueberry juice. Simple. Someone in chat is saying 1.7 to 1.10 the recipe changed, which is good. You go back and forth a lot. Okay, I'm glad that the recipe is actually different and I'm not just completely losing my marbles when it comes to fences here. But what I'm thinking for the crafter is this one here from RF Tools. It's super easy to make. All you need is 2 of these crafting tables, which are easy stuffs, as well as 2 redstone torches, like so. And then finally, 1 machine frame, like that. And that gets us the T1 crafter. Nice. Okie dokie. So, let us throw this down over here. We are going to have to run some power down to this. But what I am thinking, we are going to have to probably get rid of like one of these fence posts here, because we're obviously going to have to run an item conduit from the crafter down into that. But we'll do this, we'll plonk you down there, and then what we'll do, we'll grab our item conduits. We're going to have to make, a few more of these. Thankfully, I'm fairly certain that we've got some spare conductive iron nuggets. So we're going to do this and this. We're going to set this to extract, make sure it's active without a redstone signal. This is going to be set to insert, and so now all of the stuff that's in here, if I put my blueberries in, they're going to automatically get pulled out and sent around into the crafter. And then the crafter, let me quickly see about connecting this up with power. Do we have... I guess we could. I mean, it's not going to look great, which I feel like has been my motto for the entirety of this stream. But if we do something a little bit like that, that is good. It looks horrible. I will be the first to admit that looks horrible, but for the time being, it works. We'll figure out our way around it at some point in the future. Not too happy about the fact that blueberries have managed to make their way over here. That is not a great sign. It might have sent them a bit too far and somehow gone through the roof, but that's fine. That's fine. It hopefully will work in the future. So we got blueberries in here. We can take the fence out, and we now have power going to our crafter. And so what we're going to do here, we're going to set... first of all, we're going to put in blueberries, and we're going to put in the juicer, like so. I want to have both those in there. We want to hit apply, or new recipe, apply. We want to make sure that, let's see here, results of the crafting operation will go to the output buffer. Results of the crafting operation will stay in the input buffer. Results of the crafting operation will go to the output buffer, but remaining items like buckets will stay in. We want this set to EXTC. And basically, this mode will use up the blueberry juice and put the blueberry juice in the output slot, but it will keep the juicer in this slot. So if I hit apply, it's going to craft up all of that stuff into blueberry juice, and now, finally, I believe all we need to do is craft up one more set of item conduits, and we should be able to hook all of this goodness up. So, let's go back over here. Let's see, item conduits. Let's craft up another set of those, of which we can do. Good stuff, good stuff. And then now we might have to whitelist this, although I'm fairly certain that the crafter probably will automatically pull from the output slot here. I don't think it's going to pull from any other slot. Make sure this is set to insert, like so. Make sure this is set to extract without a redstone signal, and that's going to pull all of that, all of the blueberry juice out of there into the chest, and it's going to keep all of the stuff in this slot where it needs to be. So it's going to keep the juicer, and if any blueberries do get in here, they're going to get automatically turned into blueberry juice, put in the chest, and then when we need it, like we are going to in a second, if you keep an eye on our hunger, if we do a little bit of running around here, any second now, we're going to go below 6 hunger. We're going to go below 4 hunger even. We're going to have 6 free hunger slots, and in just a second, it's going to feed us. Nice. And so we now have, I think, a fully automated hunger generation, hunger filling system that should keep us full forever. At least that's the plan. The plan is to keep us full forever. But we'll see. Problems that could arise. We could end up in a situation where we're not producing enough blueberries because we do only have 8 bushes here. That just depends really on how much blueberry juice we use and also how fast these are produced. Hopefully, these are produced fast enough to where we don't run out, but if we do, we can just craft up some more of the mechanical users and put more of them. I'd probably put them in the walls because I started to be able to walk around down here, but we could, for example, like create a thing there and then put the mechanical user behind it and put like a bush like that and then fill it up, and so when it popped off, it'd fly into the vacuum chest. So we could do something like that if we are not producing enough blueberries, but like I said, for the time being, this should all work out just fine. And so now that that is done, let me throw some of this junk that I don't need back into this chest here. Do we want to work on crafting up these water wheels, which we probably can do now because we've got all of the creosote? Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, you know what? Fine. Okay, so for the water wheels, they're actually super easy to make. If I type in a water wheel, this guy over here, we need steel. Ooh. Okay. Well, the steel requires a blast furnace, which does make it a little bit expensive, actually. Isaac, induction smelter from Ender. Ooh, induction smelter from thermal expansion works. Hold on. Induction smelter. Really? Hold on. Steel ingot. If I want to make a steel ingot, induction smelter. Oh yeah, it totally works. It totally works. Isaac, what are you playing at? So it turns out we can use the induction smelter from thermal expansion to make our steel. We do not, in fact, have to go through the extreme slowness that comes from the blast brick from immersive engineering. And so instead, let me quickly grab some iron ingots here and some ferrous or some nickel. Yeah, some nickel. Stick those in the alloy smelter. That's going to get us some more invar. Don't want to use quite all of our nickel just yet. And then, other than that, this should be fairly easy. We are going to have to get, I was going to say some more glass, but thankfully we already have some. Are we low on iron? We are, actually, yeah, okay. So I've just put the last of my iron into this the alloy smelter here. So we really need to work on our automated mining setup that we have. Do we have a bucket? We do. All we need now is this guy, and then enough invar to make the gears, which we almost have. And in fact, we do already have over here, so I will take all of that stuff out just so we don't waste any iron that we don't need to waste. 1, 2 of those, and kapow. Nice. So we now again run into the same problem. I guess for now, we could put this down like there, and then we'll hook this up like so. Kapow and kapow. Throw these 2 in here. We have 1 iron, and then where is my 4 pulverized coal? It is here. All right. Flipping egg. Thank you, Dobby, on the server for checking this. This has made my life so much easier. But now that we have that, we should be able to make our water wheels. We are going to need actually quite a bit of steel here because we need 3 water wheels per multi-block, per water wheel. And so we are going to need 6 steel ingots in total. We've already got 1, and so we're going to need, what, 20 more coal, I think, powdered, if I'm not mistaken. Let me quickly throw all of you into the sag mill. There we go. Let that all smelt up. I'll process up nice and quickly in there. But no, this makes life significantly easier now that we can use this. I guess we really don't need to be holding on to all this blueberry juice, but it's always nice to have a little bit on hand just in case. Whilst we're waiting, we should really make ourselves another pickaxe here. Probably going to go with another one of these peridot pickaxes just because they're really easy to make. At some point, I should really stop being lazy and just make a good Tinker's Construct pickaxe, but as we mentioned previously in the stream, I'm a little bit lazy, so we're going to just use that for now. Do we have some more coal? We do, but that's working on its way through there. Okay. Now, to get the water wheels to work, we are going to need to get ourselves some, are they called dynamos? Yes, we're going to need to get ourselves the kinetic dynamo. This thing, thankfully, nice and easy. It's 3 iron, 2 redstone, 1 copper coil block, which is a bunch of LV wire coils and some iron. The LV wire coils are made with 4 copper wire and a stick. The copper wire is made with shears and a copper plate. That is new. That did not used to be a recipe that existed, but I'm assuming that we can do something like this. We can indeed. How many of these do we need? We need 2 of the kinetic dynamos. We need 8. We need, oh my goodness, okay, so we need what? 4 lots of this, which means we need 16 copper wire, which means we need 16 plates, I think. I'm either going to make way too much here or really like not enough, but we're about to find out. So 16 plates. Do we already have shears? We do. That's an odd crafting recipe using shears to turn copper plates into copper wire, but I'm not going to complain. It's fairly easy to do. And then once we have that, we should be able to make 2 of, not those, we should be able to make 16 of these, like so, and then craft those up into 2 of these. 1, 2, and then craft those up into the 2 dynamos. Nice. So these are going to go inside of the wall here. We're going to have one that goes, I think, right about there is where we want it to be, because the water wheel is going to take up all this other space, and we're going to have a block at the front here where the water flows down, and then the same thing on the other side. We want to put in the kinetic dynamo. Again, I think right about there. We can move it if we need to in the future, and that's where all the power is going to be generated from the water wheel, so we'll put down all the water wheels, and then the power should be generated inside of these kinetic dynamos, which we can then hook up to our system to provide it all with power. So let me grab all of the coal. We got a little bit of sulfur as well, which is always nice. And then let me grab a little bit more iron here. Oh gosh, 12. We can throw that into the induction smelter with all of our pulverized coal. Let me see here. Is all of our steel done? It is. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so we'll take all that. We'll take our iron and our coal back as well. Now that we've got 6 of these, we should be fairly easily able to craft up the water wheels. So, for these, we need 4 water wheel segments as well as that steel ingot. The water wheel segments are made with 4 treated sticks and 3 treated wooden planks. These are made using creosote and some wood. So let me quickly grab all of these buckets worth of creosote from over here. All we gotta do is throw that in there and then grab all these like so. There we go, good stuff. That's going to continue to make creosote for us, which is fine. We might need a little bit more than what we have, but what we can do now, stick you in the middle. Does this work with dark wood? It does. Okay, beautiful. So we'll take you out, put you in. Does it work if I put these in here? Can I like craft up more than one at a time? I could not. Okay, so we are going to have to do a little bit of manual crafting here, and we're done. Okay, so now we've got a bit of treated wood. We should be able to craft some of this stuff up into sticks. Now, I'm not quite sure exactly how many of these we need, but for now, we'll craft up like 32 or 36. Let me see here. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We basically need as many of these as we can, because each one is going to make the water wheel like so. So how many of these can I make? 5. Okay, we need more. We need more sticks. We need more sticks. I could run the math on this real quick, but it's just less brain power to do it like this. And then we'll do some more of these, some more of these. There we go. Kapow. That gets us 2, which is, why did that only get us 2? We need to do this and this and this, another one, and another one. So 3 fills up a full water wheel. 3 will fill up the water wheel on the side. Boom. Oh, come on, please work. There we go. 1. We can do a second one. I'm going to need some more space. Here we go. We should be able to put down a second one there. Why is that not working? Hold on just a second here. 1. Really? That's not gonna work? Oh, the torch. Hold on. Okay. We got all our water wheels back. 1, 2, 3, like so. And then now we're gonna come up here and we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3, like so. And the wheel is gonna move. Okay, yeah, this works. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we have both of our water wheels up and running, producing power. All we need to do now is actually hook that power up to the rest of our system. Do we have some glass? We do indeed. I don't think we have enough glass here to actually make all of this work, but we can start nonetheless. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, we might we're gonna have enough here. We're gonna have enough. Look at that. Boom. It is done. I'm just thinking here about hooking these water wheels up to our main system. Normally what I would do, first of all, can I do this and this? No, I cannot. So I guess we're gonna have to do this and this. Normally what I would do is I would put down one of these laser relays in the top center, like right here. But as you can see, we've already got a ladder there. We should probably actually set up elevators, which does require, unfortunately, it requires ender pearls to make, if you can spell elevator, Isaac. The elevators require ender pearls to make, so we are going to need 2 elevators, or 2 ender pearls, sorry, to set up an elevator that goes from here up to here. And actually, we probably need 3, because I'd want one to stop here so that I can access this as and when I need to. But I guess, again, for the time being, it's going to look bad, but bear with me, okay? That's going to be like the name of my autobiography. It's going to look bad, but bear with me. There we go. It looks terrible. It looks actually horrific. Gosh dang it. Look at all these freaking lasers. Okay, so what I'll do between session, guys, is I will automate. I'll get the water wheels to as optimal as they can be. I'll try and make them the most optimal. I'll try and get them to be fully optimized to produce the most redstone flux per tick. I might move the glacial precipitators into a bit of a more, like less cramped space. I've kind of just shoved them behind there, and then just kind of out of the way, which works for now, but I would like them in a better place. So I might move those, I might not. I will definitely move this laser that goes down like this. I will probably try and get some more ender pearls so that we can set up an elevator that goes from here upwards. And I also would like to get some more blaze rods, blaze powder, well, blaze rods and then blaze powder for the root spawner. So next time we're going to set up the root spawner, hopefully up to tier 3, get an enderman spawner up and running, and then hopefully upgrade our vertical digger to a higher tier so you can do a wider area, put that over in the mining dimension, set up a dimensional transceiver, start automatically bringing back all of those ores to the overworld, and then processing them correctly, and hopefully we'll have a base that looks somewhat decent. But with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Feed the Beast Beyond there. As always, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit like. It really does help out a lot. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and ding that bell to be the first ones to be notified when new videos go out. And hey, if you're looking for something new to watch, why not check out one of the 2 videos on screen? Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.